Hi everyone, I hope you're really well on this Monday morning. I hope it's a fine Monday morning for you. When I look out the window at the moment, I'm looking at grey skies and rain. So fingers crossed it's better for you when you look out your window this morning. So today we're going to carry on the theme of the 5 marks of mission. And the first mark being spreading or telling the good words of Jesus. Now I want to share a word with you today that you may know really, really well or may not know so much about, and it's evangelism. It means bearing witness and telling the world about Jesus. Now imagine you've got a secret in your hand. It's the secret of life, and it's got all the answers to everything you need to know. And the good news is you can spill that secret over and over again to everybody, and it only gets bigger. And it doesn't just get better for you, it gets better for everybody you tell. It's really, really good news. So us Christians, we have that secret. But it's not really a secret. It's more of the truth to be shared. The sharing of truth, the good news of Jesus, evangelism. Now I've always had a fascination for evangelism. My mother was a massive evangelist. She'd spent all her early years growing up in the Salvation Army, standing out in the street, singing, shouting good news to everybody, helping wherever she could. But when she met my dad and came into the Church of England, she really struggled. She found this really quiet building, people quietly praying, singing hymns, big rituals, huge symbolism. But over the years, between the two of them, they compromised really well, and they had a great church life for over 60 years. Now that's me. I sit in both camps as well. I have a real fascination when I see large gatherings of people, such as the Creation Fest at Weybridge. Large groups of people shouting, cheering, smiling, laughing, listening to upbeat music, someone standing on a stage and shouting Jesus lives, and everybody cheering back. Now that can't be a bad thing, can it? It just can't. When we think about sermons on the Mount, talking to masses of people, were they all sat in silence? Were they all quiet? When Jesus delivered a message, did any of them shout back? I agree. Yes. Possibly. Now my other foot sits in the traditional church. I love quiet prayer. I love the ritual of our services. My personal reflection is they are both delivering the good news, just in very different ways. Now, evangelism comes from the word euangelion, a good message of Jesus, and euangelizo, to announce or deliver or preach good news. So those who practice evangelism are indeed delivering an extraordinarily good message. So it's not mentioned in the Bible all that much, but the theme is woven throughout the New Testament. All 4 Gospels have their roots in evangelism. For Jesus had a message, one he came to earth to deliver. He taught, he died, and he rose again for all of us. So as Christians, now we are tasked to deliver this message, and by Jesus and every other apostle, in no uncertain terms. I'll give you a reading. In Matthew, Jesus tells us, "Go and make disciples of all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, and teaching them to obey everything I have commanded you. And surely I am with you to the very end of the age." Now, it's our time. It's our task to share that good news everywhere, to the ends of the earth, but knowing, secure in the knowledge that he's always with us. Now, there have been many great evangelists over the years. is John the Baptist, the first evangelist, going out into the desert, being brave, not caring what people thought, and just shouting loud, Jesus is coming, and taking any consequence that may come his way. Surely the first evangelist. And there have been many over the years, up to people like John Wesley, Charles Wesley, Billy Graham. Now, we may not get called to be in a high-ranking position. We may not take up an office. But that doesn't mean we can't share the good news to others, just because we don't have that title. Well, we might not all be called to be an evangelist. We can still be evangelists in a sense. Now, I love baking. I bake so much on a regular basis. It's one of my best hobbies. But I'm never going to be good enough to make it onto a well-known television programme or make a career out of it. But it doesn't stop me creating a cake or two. Just because I'm not a professional doesn't mean I should just stop. And it's the same with all of us believers when it comes to evangelism. We are not all built to be powerful speakers who can deliver a 10-minute sermon or preach for 10 minutes and turn hundreds and thousands to Christ instantly. But God may have called us for a different reason, to a different ministry or gifting. There are many roles we can all take up in the church, and we can help spread the good news, maybe just to 1 or 2 people at a time. Evangelism isn't something we do, it's something we are. And whether we know it or not, we can all champion the message of love, peace and compassion. We all share the truth to the people we meet. And if that isn't evangelism, I don't know what else is. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Bye now.